Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me today, and thank you, Namitaji, for the warm introduction.
Thank you, sir.
So, as Namitaji mentioned, so I'm into meditation since 2007, and I'm since last 12 years I'm in the UK. I'm working here in the UK with other masters, other PSSN masters. There are so many other senior masters. So, with meditation, my life was completely transformed. So, my pranams to my gurus. Um, I'm so grateful for bringing this wonderful thing into my life, meditation. And every single word I'm going to say today is fully borrowed from my gurus, masters, many senior pyramid masters, just conveying in my own way, in different way. Okay. So thanks to Patriji, thanks to my wife Pranahita, who she has introduced meditation into my life. And before meditation, I was a complete different person. I was an alcoholic, a smoker, having health issues, insomnia, a lot of fears and phobias. With meditation, within 40 days, I completely transformed myself. I gave up alcohol, I gave up smoking, and my insomnia problem is gone in 10 days, literally in 10 days. That too, practicing meditation in the tube. I was in Sweden, in a town, city called Stockholm. I was there on a project engagement. I was in a deep depression. I was on the verge of ending my life. That's when I learned meditation over the phone. My wife now, she was my friend then. She was trying to teach meditation. For so many days, I was always making fun of her, saying, "Oh, meditation is for oldies, not for a young person like me." But then it was need of the hour. There was no other way for me to, you know, uh, get out of, overcome this depression, um, other than sitting into meditation. So because I was sharing my room with other friends, uh, as a when we go on site, we share rooms with other friends. I was shy to do meditation in front of them, so I was like found a way to do meditation in the tube. It used to be 10 minutes travel from my home, from wherever I was staying, from there to my office, 10 to 12 minutes. That 10 minutes of meditation while going and while coming back to home, it transformed me. And within 10 days, my insomnia problem is completely gone. I started sleeping so, deeply. And then the fears and phobias, it took some time to address. I I did meditation every day about 6 to 8 hours. I was not married then, so I had a lot of time, so I could meditate. And I was all alone, bachelor, coming back from Stockholm to I was living in Bangalore. There was a beautiful center in Brookfield, and so grateful to the person whoever has opened that pyramid meditation center. So his name is Rangaswamy. So uh, to start with, because you wanted to, we wanted to give Patriji's wisdom, Patriji's knowledge, and we wanted to introduce Patriji for the newcomers, because most of us had the opportunity, and we were fortunate to spend time with Patriji, in person or on the online Zoom meetings. But for those who could not get in, an opportunity to um, talk to Patriji, so let us introduce Patriji to our friends, newcomers. It's an amazing, an embodiment of enlightenment, epitome of simplicity. Uh, he used to be a he used to treat everybody equally. He used to give the same importance to everyone, so, and he was friend to everybody. So he's such a great person. And those who are like completely new, I would suggest go to PMC English, or or Meditation Magic, or PSSM USA. There's so many channels are there. Everywhere, sir has shared abundance of wisdom. Every time you listen to the same thing, you get a different insights on that. So today, I wanted to talk about few things that I have learned from uh, masters, uh, Patriji and masters. So I wanted to share one screen, um, one logo, which is we all know. Can you see the logo? Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
So Patriji has named the UK foundation as Pyramid Meditation Foundation, but the logo is same. The foundation name is different, but it is a Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Here you see the PSSM UK logo, right? And be a light onto yourself, and you see energy, wisdom, consciousness. What a beautiful way of representing a, a greater truth in a simple, in a logo, which is like, when I understood about this logo, the meaning of this logo, the background of this logo, when Patriji has kind of suggested this, I was awestruck to understand, oh my goodness, such a logo. Usually logo is to attract the people or to kind of give a kind of attention, but this one had a lot of information in it. Okay, so this represents every one of us, right? So we are all souls. We don't need to, I mean, whether you experienced it personally, uh, or somebody in some books mentioned about, we are all souls, or somebody speaking on the forums like this. But we know nobody needs to tell us that we are souls. We all know that we are souls, right? So that is kind of mentioned here. We are all ECW units, energy, consciousness, wisdom units, right? So let us go one by one. What is energy? We all know, right? We all can feel the energy, and energy can be experimented, isn't it? So when you are meditating, is anybody feeling any kind of energy sensations, any tickling sensations, or any heaviness in the uh, head or forehead, or some sensations on your third eye part, right? So many of us. So this energy can be experimented, and you can feel it. You can feel it physically when you are meditating, and also mentally. Also, you can feel it that you get some different insights, and you are open to different possibilities, and you think from others perspective. Oh, that person is coming from that perspective, so you start thinking in that way. So that energy is kind of coming from the cosmos and entering into your body, and it is doing its job in different ways, in different forms, in different shapes. Physically you can feel it, mentally you can feel it, the changes that are happening in you, and emotionally you feel it, that sometimes you feel so nice in your heart space. You feel like emptiness, right? So this energy can be experimented, and we are all energy beings, is it not, friends? Yeah. So I think most of you agree that you can feel the energy, right? And then we have this consciousness. We are all specks of the same spirit, right? Patriji has given a wonderful example. Every time I think about this consciousness, and every time I think about this oneness, he explained in a very simple way that these five fingers, they look different, but part of the same hand. Likewise, we may look different. We are all like, in the way we look, the way we the likes and dislikes may be different, but we are all same, we are all one, right? So this example has really, because when I entered into meditation, understanding the terms and understanding the concepts was slightly difficult first few days. But when I listened, so all these kind of teachings, very simple but so profound, that kind of teachings were, we were blessed to have uh, received in the presence of Patriji, right? So consciousness has no limits. So when you are meditating, what happens? You feel expanded. Is it not? Sometimes you feel that your body disappears, or maybe you feel that you are expanded, and it is non-linear. It is from from all directions, from left, right, top, bottom, from all directions. You feel expanded. I remember one person sharing his experience in one of the forums. He was meditating in a room, and he was always regularly, in that meditation center. He comes and he goes, he meditates every day. But that day, he went into deep into meditation, and he could witness the expansion of consciousness. He could feel the plants and trees outside of the center, like about 300, 400 meters away. Even though he was coming every day into that center, going out, coming in, but he never felt. But that day when he was meditating, he could feel that plants are within him, because his consciousness expanded. He felt that everything is one, and he could feel that plants and trees, whatever he was seeing every day. Right? So that is the experience. So when you are meditating, the consciousness expands. I mean, you feel that consciousness. It's already there. So in meditation, you expand, right? And then the other branch here is wisdom. We The wisdom exists in all of us. It's just that we need a little push. As I said, when I came into meditation, even the simple terms I couldn't understand. But when I started meditating, the same thing, same words, they started making sense. Means the wisdom is already there. The only thing I needed is to connect to myself, to realize myself. Then only, otherwise I was not connected to myself, and I was always looking outside for other things, for happiness, for whatever it makes me happy. I was looking outside. I was thinking like the happiness is in smoking, happiness is in drinking, or happiness is going to different places, spending time with trees, or friends. But when I started meditating, I realized that, oh, I don't need to go anywhere. Every minute I used to uh, utilize spending time in meditation, because I was enjoying myself. Before meditation, I was not expressing myself at all, even though I have few things I know, but I was not in a situation to explain them. I was not in a position to express them fully, because I was suppressing. I was like having all the doubts and fears that, oh, maybe this is not right, this is this is maybe it doesn't look good if I share here. But with meditation, that wisdom of expressing yourself fully, it automatically activated. Like this example that I learned from one of the master, a mango seed has that inherent wisdom to be a mango tree, right? It gives a lot of fruits. Similarly, in the same way, we have all the wisdom, but it's just that the way we perceive the things, the way we look at the things, we think that we don't have the wisdom. We all have the wisdom, my dear friends. Just listen to the masters and spend more time in meditation. Don't read the books just for the sake of reading. Read it for yourself, not for others. Meditate for yourself, not for others. Think that people, I remember that wherever I go, I mean, it happens in the beginning, right? So, oh, my husband is not treating me well, my wife is like this, so that's why I'm meditating, and I'm meditating that he should transform. How will it happen? The meditation is, it's a your own journey. Everybody has their own journey. They are here for some other purpose, you are here for some other purpose, and you are coexisting together to learn from each other, and you meditating for someone, so someone's transformation, or someone's you want somebody to change by meditating. That's not right. You are interfering in their life. Nobody has the right to interfere in anybody's life. This is the grandest truth that Patriji has mentioned all the time, right? No interference whatsoever. Yes, it happens in the family thing, but time to time we need to assess and contemplate ourselves and then say, okay, where I'm interfering in their life. Am I? Yes, here I'm interfering. So let me change myself. So have that awareness. Awareness is the key to understand that we are energy, consciousness, and wisdom units. There is this quote I'll mention from in all the platforms wherever I go, awareness. The one who has the awareness, he lives even after he dies. This is the greatest quotation by Osho. And the one who does not have the awareness, he dies every day. Right? So we are not, those who are not having awareness, dying every day, not living at all. Right? So this is the the four statements that we have a body, but we are not the body. Okay? We have a mind, but we are not the mind. We are not our intellect. We are ECW units, energy, consciousness, wisdom units. Right? So this is the greatest truth that Patriji has given to all of us. And anything that relates to these three things, we should do the research, we should experiment on them. And for this research and experimentation, whatever you do, for everything, meditation is the key. Right? So one every time SARS tells about these four things, we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are not our intellect, we are not our emotions. Okay, we are beyond all this. Then we realize who we are really, and then we realize we are all part of that, all that is. My daughter, she started learning Bhagavad Gita, and I happen to attend yoga sessions and start happen to participate whenever she is learning Bhagavad Gita. And then when I started understanding the meanings of some of the shlokas, I thought, okay, let me go into deeper. And then one of the shloka that Patri sir always refers, "Na jayate mriyate," the shloka. That was kind of an eye opener for me, that Bhagavad Gita has all the wisdom, but even though after doing so many years of meditation, I never focused on that. After reading Patriji's book on Bhagavad Gita, I understood the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Right? We are not the body. Ajo nityo shashvato yam purano na hanyate annamara sharire. So this body is like a you know dress we are wearing in this lifetime. We all know that. but it's just that we need to practice. So there are these sessions happening on the UK platform also every day night. Maybe it's a odd time for you. Enlightenment on no death sessions. The one of the main principles of PSSM advocated by Patriji, the soul has no death. Okay, so I'll talk about a few of the things that in different sessions and different platforms Patriji has shared. uh, I kind of refer different uh, uh, sessions are different Dhanama chakras on different occasions. When we are in this journey, we have this thing, we try to bypass so it is called spiritual bypassing, right? So yes, just a minute, my daughter is here. Thank you. Yeah. So she has access to all the rooms. So we cannot stop her. So yeah. So we blame others and we blame past lives, saying, oh, maybe I have done this karma, that's why I'm, like this. Sometimes, no matter how much ever the meditation we do, we don't see changes in us, and then we blame the past life. We blame others. Okay, there is no blame game, my dear friends. Just for the sake of bypassing, having a spirituality mask, and then kind of giving these statements, because of my past life, I am like this. Don't have such kind of, you know, assumptions or, you know, spiritual bypassing things, having this positive mask. Okay, if you need to cry, cry. Oh, I'm so spiritual that if I cry, it doesn't look good. I'm so spiritual, so I need to be positive in all the time. It's a kind of mask, right, to suppress your expressions. So this is a very, very important for, especially for the spiritual people, those who are into meditation. Be authentic to yourself. Always be authentic to your emotions, to your feelings. Try to express them. Try to address them. Try to accept them. Sometimes I'm in a big meetings with my managers or with different board of directors in my company. I'm nervous. Okay. Oh, I'm meditator, I don't need to be nervous. No. If I feel nervous, I give the respect to that emotion and I accept it. And sometimes we see meditation as an escapism. We don't want to perform our duties. In one of the Dhanama Chakram, whole 11 days are explained about our duties. Kutumba Dharma, taking care of family. Sangha Dharma, Arogya Dharma, Vritti Dharma. So all the dharmas he spoke about. So we shouldn't be, oh, because I'm meditating and all this materialistic world, this, it is not very important, and the universe will take care of my family. Yes, it will take care of. I mean, when you do the right thing, universe will automatically take care of you. But don't use it as an escapism, right? It is very, very important. And I like this concept of soulmates. Everybody thinks that soulmates means understanding each other and loving each other, taking care of each other, and so nice to each other. We are soulmates, twin mates. And my husband is like, he never cares for me, my family, our family. Soulmates means, in my opinion, between those two people, there are so much of, rupture, fighting, these things, arguments, you know, they are soulmates, in my opinion, because learning from each other. If you are open minded with meditation, if you are uh, open to everything, learnings, you accept the fact that y- the whatever you see outside is the reflection of your own self. So that's real meaning of soulmates is learning from each other in, maybe in a most sometimes in a most harsh way. But it's okay. If mother-in-law is not giving troubles to daughter-in-law, how would she understand that she has done the same in the past life to others, right? So in the same way, the husband and wife is always, it's a daily learning. The biggest learnings happen is between the family members and between the husband and wife. So your wife is your teacher, your husband is your teacher. They are the main guru in your life is not Patriji, not anybody. Your wife or your husband is your guru. You should be very grateful to them, whoever it is. Like, sometimes it can be your children or husband, wife, or parents, in-laws. Okay, so we're all, you know, everybody is like, having this kind of learnings is soulmate. So that soul is trying to teach you. They are the real soulmate. Okay, not the one who is like kind of uh, with so much of love and then everything, making all the things available for you. There's not much learning over there. So uh, reflecting back my childhood days, I always used to blame my childhood because my father used to be a alcoholic, and he used to fight with my grandfather, and he used to go away from home for months together. I never had an kind of, I don't remember spending with my father continuously for a year or a few months. Always, he would come, and 1 or 2 months he would fight, and he will go and stay somewhere. And my mom had her own challenges. She was like a victim of, you know victims. We are all victims of victims, unless, until we learn, right? Reflecting back after coming into meditation, what a blessings that I had. Because of those situations I learned. But then before coming into meditation, they were all like, my childhood was like, because my father was like this, my mother was like this, because I did not have these resources. Had I, been to this particular school, I would have been this. All those things are gone after coming into meditation. Only because of the more the problems, the more the issues that you faced in your past, whether it is in your married life or in the childhood days, or whenever, wherever. So the more the learnings, it is, universe is trying to tell you that there is something to learn and come out of that. And yeah, so escaping the responsibilities and is also kind of, as said, we shouldn't be escaping anything. We should take care of our family. We have married somebody and we have got children for a reason, right? So it's like a kutumba dharma we have to. Sometimes laziness is also one of the thing. We think that the laziness is like, oh, I'm so relaxed. There is, in this rat race, I don't want to go. You just use the spirituality as a mask to suppress your to laziness. And comparing with others is one of the biggest, what do you call, hurdle in the spirituality. We compare every single thing with others before meditation. After meditation, when you are like open to everything, learning, then you stop comparing and you are happy for others' success. Otherwise, you are jealous. So, having this feeling of importance is like, the self importance, you will kind of stop learning. Don't have that self importance. Always be a student wherever you go. Even if a person who is coming, who is like doing meditation for a month or 2 months, and if he's telling something, he has come forward to give a session on something, listen to him and don't think that I am a senior master. You cannot really guess the soul age of any person. Maybe I am in this body, maybe I am a baby soul, but somebody like my daughter, she came, she's an old soul. We don't know what we learn from others. Don't never ever. Did you ever see Patriji? I mean, those who know, treating a person who is cleaning the toilets and the person who is head of the trust in a different way? No. The behavior is same with the person who is taking care of the facilities in Kartal or wherever, and to the trust members. With everybody, the treatment is same because he is giving the same importance to everybody. He was getting the same importance. Everybody likes him because he likes everybody. So whatever you give, you get. And in his giving, there is no conditionality. There is no expectation. Right? That is what we need to learn. So if, oh, I'm visiting these guys' house and let me give a good presentation or a good gift. When they come, they will also give, or otherwise, oh, they have given this gift. Let me give the equal amount of gift or even the bigger gift. These calculations, right? It is not a business. It is not a business. I used to think like that. That's why I'm saying this is from my personal experience. If even if you give a fruit with so much of love, that will carry that vibration and the guest will feel that, right? So whatever you are giving, give with so much of love and compassion, the way uh, Patriji used to give. Treat everybody. Okay, this person is a senior master, he should get more important. This person is a new member, or maybe this person talks rubbish and that's why he shouldn't get. He is in his own journey, he's in the process of learning. Okay, so we have to give the same importance to everybody, and we need to see, now we have learned about this ECW. Everybody is a ECW unit. I didn't know this wisdom before. Over the period of time, I learned, and I'm sharing whatever I learned. In the same way, somebody else will, they just came into meditation. They may talk something nonsense today, but because of their wisdom, the current wisdom, and when they meditate, and they will definitely, eventually, they will, learn everything. So we have to treat everybody same. Okay, don't think that okay, senior masters are great. Uh, there is no seniority and juniority in the field of spirituality. That's what we need to understand. Okay, when we say we are all souls, and when we say that there is oneness, why this differentiation? Okay, and in a family, in a family, within the family, you will have all different types of souls: one baby soul, infant soul, young soul, old soul, mature soul, because you want to learn from each other. Hmm? 1 second, I'll just take some water. Right? So we need to treat everybody same, okay? And we need to make sure that, yes, ego will be there in all of us. A certain amount of ego will be there, but we need to try to dissolve that ego with different practices, and learning from each other. Only our ego, makes us experience suffering. And because of the ego, it makes us feel low, or like, oh, um, uh, you know, had I, because you don't have the wisdom and you cannot share that. And if somebody else is sharing, and you are not accepting because of your ego, and then you feel like, okay, I don't have this quality, right? So, and because you have that saying, internally, the internal dialogue, it makes you, okay, I need to learn, and you just, not because of, you know uh, you are not learning for your own sake, you are learning for others' sake. And then the suffering comes out of it. At simple things, right? Even at work, you know I see so many people, but at the same time I see where are they coming from, you know and when I talk to the people, and when I give the gifts, whenever I give the gifts, I give like books like Power of Now, and they will understand. And they say, like, one of my manager is retiring, and uh, I gave this book as a gift, uh, Power of Now. I was like, oh, if I read this book, will I be like you, accept everything, said, so always smile even if somebody else is demanding something. I have a way to work with the people because I see where is he coming from. I have a developer who is going through a lot of personal turbulence with his family, and he is unable to convince his wife, and he is unable to, you know uh, address the issues that are going through. And he's showing the same emotions here in the office with all everybody. Whatever his wife is not listening, he's trying to make listen all other team members here, and who will kind of take that. I understood that because the first thing he told me when I joined that company, first thing he told is about his story, complete story. I didn't even ask. Then I understood, okay, this guy is going through some personal thing, so let me be, you know a bit considerate, so what is going through. And I started talking in the, sometimes we need to talk to the people in the way they understand, not in the way you perceive, right? For me, my wife, after our marriage, Pranahita, even though I was meditating, so many things I couldn't understand. She was trying to explain so many things. I couldn't understand because my wisdom was that much limited. My understanding was limited. And then one day she understood, okay, uh, for this person, telling in this way, he will understand. So she changed that thing. And my ego was also like husband, ego was also coming in between. I was not accepting. But then because she's changed the way she was telling, so I started understanding. So, and then I realized the same thing. And when I talk to my family members, if I try to explain in my own way, who will understand? So I need to see where are they coming from, and then we need to talk in the way they understand. Okay, so this is what we need to learn, and we need to learn about ego, different qualities of ego, and ego consciousness and soul consciousness. This is what I learned from our masters. So those who feel that they are the victims, they have the highest ego. Okay, because they always blame. I was a victim before, right? I was a victim of victim, my mom, and I was blaming my mom and my father, my family, my surroundings, my education, right? So victims have, when you move from victim ego consciousness to soul consciousness, then you have this love, peace, and joy. One of the example that uh, Newton sir gave in one of the session, that ego consciousness people, they focus on the leaf of the tree, but the soul consciousness people, they focus on the tree. Ah, how beautiful tree is. But me with that ego, I look at that particular leaf. Oh, that leaf is rotten. So we have to see as a whole. The beauty is like when you see as a whole, not when you dissect and divide and everything, right? So in a family photo, how it looks when you are together, when you take the picture, how it looks beautiful. And otherwise you standing somewhere and husband standing somewhere, you know how does that look? Does it look like a family picture? No, right? So that focusing on the group, the entirety is gives the beauty. Okay. And in with ego consciousness, we have our own viewpoint and we want that viewpoint to be one. Okay, oh, this is right. There is this one book, I don't remember, I'll find out and I'll share with Subhadraji and Kalpanaji. Madhu Gajala from Germany shared, if somebody is not agreeing uh, to one of the decision, all the members of that group will try to align with that person. See that commitment and this thing to for the bigger thing, because we are all working for the common goal, for the bigger goal. Sometimes you have to work, everybody has to align with one person if it needs to be, right? So with ego consciousness, we always want to give the importance to our own viewpoints. We don't listen to others. There are like Patriji's 13 principles for the pyramid masters. I don't have it now, but I would have shared. Everybody must go only for pyramid, not the guiding principles I'm talking about. 13 principles are primary things for pyramid masters. Okay. So with ego, we have the resistance to change. We are always attached to uh, what is known to us. Okay, I'm comfortable with this. I always want to be with this. Okay. So I think we have now, time is over, right? So maybe we can talk at some other point. Let me quickly wind up in 2 minutes. Okay, because it's already late for you. Maybe it's okay anyway. It's Sunday today or Saturday? Oh, Sunday night. Okay, maybe Monday tomorrow is working day for you. So the resistance to change comes from this ego consciousness. So the more resistance you have, it means you have an ego there. So try to address that. Whenever there is a change, our things will shaken up. So then it means there is a ego. Okay. So you are accepting every change with welcoming the change, then it means you are in a soul consciousness. Okay. And simplicity, equanimity, all inclusiveness is all soul consciousness related. Okay. Comparing, criticizing, complaining, all the conditions, these are all ego consciousness related. Okay, just assess yourself, where are you? And even now on daily basis, I do. It's a constant learning. I'm telling it all these things. It doesn't mean that I'm excelling on all these, you know, things. I'm also learning, right? So the birth of the ego is like the ignorance of the own self, okay, and death of the ego is awareness. Meditation will give you that awareness, okay. Always try to make sure you are grounded, you are walking in the nature, and you are spending in the nature, okay, and be grateful for everything what you have in your life. Grateful to your parents who, with because of them you have come onto this planet earth. Be grateful to your friends and family members because they are your teachers. Be grateful for your uh, colleagues, your managers, your company, whoever is like supporting you financially. For everything, be grateful. Okay, so this way you can kind of address the ego and then move towards the soul consciousness. I hope few bits of these things are useful for all of us. Uh, Me telling this again, I'm learning also. Uh, the same thing, it's like a reminder. Okay, so yeah, I'll conclude now.
Thank you so much, sir. Should we take like a quick questions, like maybe 10 minutes? If somebody have any questions?
Yeah, sure. If
Thank
I can
you.
answer, I'll surely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, masters. Anybody have any questions? Please raise your hand and we can take some questions.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, Ravi, sir. No questions, but just my opinion about the session. I was thinking, yes, a kind of self-assessment sheet, those points, where to like, okay, what are the ticks and what are the cross marks?
Yes.
Is simple yet very depth wisdom, sir. Yes, I can say so many things that I can relate to myself, particularly spiritual bypass.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the great wisdom, sir, and so many reminders as well. And yeah, thank you again for your very, very quick response. And yes, for being here in a very short period of the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me here. And I
And
can see
actually was thinking since 2 years to invite Pranahita madam, but we didn't. You were here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe for the people who don't know here, I think Gudakesha Prabodh sir, I think 2 years back, I think the meditation session started by under the name PMC by Prabodh sir. Ravi Kiran sir is, I think, brother-in-law, right, sir? Pranahita is Prabodh sir's sister.
Yes.
Yeah, that is just, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm learning so much from them. So, yeah, they are my gurus.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I was remembering actually somewhere in 2005, I went to their place actually, Pradeep sir, and in those days in the Arcud, he posted about full moon session in Kukutpalli, Hyderabad. Yes, I saw them as college students, but later, yes, I heard again after these many years. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Bring back all those memories. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See, Sampatanna is.
Sam sir have a question. Sam sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, not a question, madam.
Okay.
I just wanted to just talk about Ravi. Such a beautiful soul. In Hindi, there is a saying called "Dhai Akshar Prem Ka Padhai Se Pandit Hoy." He's an embodiment of that. The one guy who can understand what love is and compassion is. How much ever amount of information or knowledge cannot equal that person. So Ravi, it's so nice to see you. So happy to see you here. And again, touch the same vibration, that simplicity, work-mindedness, and the truth that you always carry within yourself always reminds me of Patriji's frequency. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, thank you. I lovingly call Sampath Anna. So nice, and I'm so happy to be on the same platform here with Sampath Anna. A lot of work, so much of dedication from Sampath Anna, which I learned. So amazing, Sampath Anna. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Sam sir. Nalini ji, you can.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
have any question, but I just only want to congratulate you. And the way of presentation is so nice. It's so humble. Like, I mean, the presenter is, it looks like he's the address for humbleness or softness and everything. Somehow that picture came, and I just want to tell that's it.
So nice of you. So kind of you for sharing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ravi sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So as you said that we can drop the ego by choosing the path of awareness. So how can we increase our awareness in our day-to-day life? And the second question is, I find like a lot of masters says that, they do meditate for 6-7 hours, or sometimes it's not possible when you're doing your day-to-day life, how we can increase the meditation, or how we
Yeah.
can have the good impact of meditation if we don't have a time to invest in those many hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So good question. Very good question. So the way I did meditation for 6 hours is not in one sitting, first to clarify, but in 1 hour, 2 hours kind of things. So because I was unmarried, then I had the luxury of practicing for those many number of hours. But even now, if one wants to meditate for more number of hours, there is a way, right? So
Yep.
for example, I moved from London to a place called Rugby. Okay, Rugby, where the game is invented, right? So from here to my office, it's 1 hour 40 minutes. Everybody thinks that, oh, 1 hour 40 minutes journey to the office. But for me, it's a blessing, to be honest. I get to meditate at least minimum 2 hours in the journey, right? While there is one single train, it's 1 hour, and there are other changes. So that's how I plan. So you have to find a way, right? So where you are spending a lot of time. When I was in London, I used to spend about 1 hour in journey, but there is full of crowd and different trains. Every few minutes, I need to change the connecting tubes. So I couldn't. So I found this as an opportunity to move here and then to spend time. Okay, that's one. Two, you have to prioritize your things where you are spending most of the times, right? So even after doing this 6 hours, 8 hours of meditation, what I was doing is, after coming into UK, I was spending so much of time on phones, talking to my friends back home. It was not really a useful conversation, but it's like, you always want to be between the people and want to have that dialogue all the time. So that is coming from your mind, actually. Oh, I need to talk to that person, this person, connect to that person. It's coming from the mind. We need to understand that. So when we want to sit in meditation, mind will give all these ideas of going out and doing the external things instead of doing the internal things, right? So we need to make sure that we cut down all those things. Okay, so to be honest, I have worked on them. All right. So, and when you are, whatever the activity you are doing, for example, last 30 days I started walking. Okay, and when walking, as in, like, because spending in the nature, right? So always sitting in, as these days working from home, what first 2 days what I've done is, the moment I went in walk outside to walk outside, I picked up my phone and then started kind of thinking about calling somebody, but then realized, okay, let's use this walk as a meditation. And then I stopped taking mobile with me. Okay, so anyway, I'm nearby surroundings, so I'm walking. And you can use the walking as a meditation also. It doesn't need to be with closed eyes. Closed eyes is important for minimum number of minutes and hours, whatever. But with open eyes also, you can utilize when you are waiting at a lift. Uh, for go change between the floors, you can meditate there. These things are like observe your breath with open eyes. Yeah, with open eyes. And there's so many other ways. And you can sit in the night. People think that, okay, meditating in the night, let's say you are sleeping for 8 hours and you wanted to meditate for 2 hours, and then you think that, oh, my sleep time is reduced from 8 hours to 6 hours. No, your sleep time indeed is like actually increased like 16 hours, because 1 hour proper meditation equal to, we all know, it's a 6 to 8 hours of sleep, right? So what I've noticed is, when there is a less time for me, let's say I had to work till late night because of some release, I make sure that I sit in meditation before I go to bed, because I need that. And that will kind of complete my more than 8 hours of sleep, even if I have got the 4 hours of time, right? Meditating for 1 hour is important that time. And every time, the moment you sit in meditation, you may go into sleep, and then you may be dropping your head and everything. Maybe you can have a the Tibetan bowl music in your mobile. For every 5 minutes it makes a sound. So things like that, it can make your meditation more aware. So the awareness technique is this one, right? So you can have every 2 minutes awareness on the breath, will automatically develop that awareness, because the breath is so subtle. Having the awareness on that subtle things will definitely make the awareness on the outside of the gross things also. The technique itself is such a profound technique, very powerful technique that Patriji has given to us. Observing that subtle breath, which doesn't have a physical form, and it is a moving thing. It's a moving thing, right? So there's so much of learning is happening there. There's so much of training, awareness training is happening over there, right? So every time, whenever, not just with closed eyes, but with open eyes also, you can practice. Okay. And when one other thing is, this I started learning a few years ago, that giving the importance to your emotions, right? Sometimes you feel um, nervous, sometimes you feel some kind of feeling, scary feeling, or whatever it is. Give the importance to it and be aware of it. The moment we are scared of something, we are like, our awareness levels are like zero, because that takes the priority. So then give your awareness to that feeling and feel it fully. So that way you can improve the awareness. And I started thinking, sometimes I feel something, uh, uh, whatever, I wouldn't say negative emotion or negative feeling, some emotion. I give the importance and understand where it is coming from. I try to learn. This is a daily learning, daily practice. But there are different ways if you want to implement. Okay. So I hope this will help.
Yeah, surely, sir. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
So I think we don't have many questions here. Is anything in chat box?
Kalpana ji wanted to talk.
Kalpana raised, yeah.
Oh, yes, Kalpana.
Thanks, Namita. Thank you so much, sir, for the beautiful session. I would like to share my experiment here, sir. So, about meditation. Whenever we sit in meditation, we feel head heaviness, right, sir? So, I thought, okay, like you mentioned, we don't need to do meditation while closing our eyes, right? So, I had a thought of it and I just opened my eyes. I feel the same heaviness even I opened my eyes also. One day I was just watching TV. I just thought, okay, I have to meditate without me closing my eyes. I felt the same heaviness even while watching TV. I was just, focused and concentrated. I could feel the same connection. It was very beautiful. So, like you mentioned, yeah, it worked for me. Yeah.
Amazing. That heaviness is like what Kalpana ji is saying is energy she is feeling, right? So the amazing. Yeah. Great. Yeah. So these kind of things, there are so many masters who can teach, who can help you to treat every other activity as a meditation. Sometimes, in this fast-paced life, we kind of lost the connection to ourselves, and we do things in an autopilot mode, right? So we can be, it's okay. Sometimes a few days ago, or like few years ago, when Prabhuji asked Patriji that wanted to do the speed reading course. Sir said, no, change the name from speed reading to conscious reading. Okay. Reading must be as slow as possible. We want to complete the things, we want to finish the things, and we want to do as much as possible. There is no multitasking thing. Okay, we think that there is a multitasking thing. There is no multitasking thing. If you learn about quantum physics, you will understand this. No such thing called multitasking. So, kind of fooling ourselves. There is a multitasking, right? So, do in a sequence with more attention. Whatever we do, it is a meditation. Okay. And sometimes if you think that you are not in a position to uh, give that awareness to attention to your family members or ever whoever it is, just go and simply take the rest. That's the best thing to conserve the energy and to gain the energy. That's one of the learnings I have understood. One day I was like so tired. I'm still working, and I'm like this thing. And Prana, she said that, what is the point of you stretching to in that much? Instead, you could go and take rest, and then uh, get up and meditate, or take rest and get up and do with more energy, and you can complete the task in even in the short span of time. So things like that, we need to do the trial and error method, right? What Patriji always says, that he went to pillar supposed to learn the things, and he understood finally, and he has come up with this PSSM society, right? So before establishing the society, he went to so many societies, so many organizations, he trialed so many things. Finally, it's a combination of everything is PSSM, right? Combination of all the masters across the world is like PSSM. No other master, I mean, nowadays I think every master is like Zen masters, and everybody is giving the same level of wisdom. But Patriji's level is in a different at a different level. He was like, you would have seen, watch his videos on the Dhanama Chakra. If somebody guest comes from a different society, the way he treats others is like amazing. So a lot of things to learn from him in the same way. So we have to do all the trials and errors methods, and then we see what suits best. There are so many techniques, so many things. I can't give, I mean, whoever can't give that single solution for all everybody. Everybody has their own unique way of doing the things. I like idli dipped in sambar, and you like idli dipped in chutney, right? So everybody has their own thing, and you cannot say, okay, everybody has to like idli with dipped sambar. Why are they eating with idli with chutney? No. So everybody has then their own way. If you go to North India, the way they eat is different, and within North India, some people, they put all the curry, sambar, everything in one dish, and that they eat. Some people eat one after another. So there's like a lot of diversity is there. So everybody has. So within the family also, we should understand that if I don't like uh, Brussels sprouts, I don't like it. So if my wife likes, she enjoys, let her enjoy. I don't like it. Why are you doing it? You do it for yourself. Let them cook for themselves, and they enjoy. I enjoy eating something else. So these are small things we can learn from each other. We can accommodate each other, and that's how we need to grow together. Okay, so that's what I can say. Thank you. Yes.
So should we take one more question?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah,
thank you, sir.
For me, it's daytime. For you, only it's night.
Yeah, probably the last one we'll take.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vijayashri. You can ask your question. Vijayashri ma'am, you have to unmute.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you, sir. This is the first time I'm hearing your session. This is the first time for me. I'm recent completed this L1 training, spiritual tablets. I'm from Bangalore. So I have a one question, sir. As you said earlier, we can do meditation even when we are physically aware, like when we walk, when we do something, watching TV. You said we can also meditate in this way. But does time also we are receiving cosmic energy, sir? Because we are spending some energy right? When we are doing some
Yes.
activity means we are spending our cosmic energy there. But
Yeah.
parallelly, we are receiving cosmic energy also. But that doesn't be so effective as closing eyes and do meditation, right, sir?
Yeah.
That's not so
Everything.
effective.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Everything is effective. Everything is good in its own way. Let's say you are with open eyes, okay, and you have a little kid, in your family or somebody, right? You go and hug them.
Yes.
How do you feel? Imagine now. How do you
Yeah,
feel now?
definitely,
You
it's very.
you feel energetic, right? You
Yeah.
feel energetic. The same thing is there everywhere, but it's just that we don't feel that because there is a connection, there is a physical thing. That's why you have that cross feelings is there. That's why you feel it. But when you go outside in the nature, you see the trees and plants. They emit a lot of energy into the universe. The cosmic
Yes.
energy is existing everywhere. So it's just
Yes.
our thoughts are kind of
Suppressing.
blocking that, right? So which we know. So when we are completely surrendered to that activity, to the nature, to the looking at the sky, you feel that. But meditation with closed eyes is definitely more thing, and it has to be done to enjoy this mindfulness. Okay, meditate. This is with mindfulness also you get the same energy, but meditation and mindfulness, they go hand in hand. Okay, they go hand in hand. When you do more and more meditation, the more mindful you become, and you receive the energy. But when you do more and more, when you are more mindful, it may not be possible other way down, but when you do more and more meditation, the all other things will be more in a more meditative state. Okay, so the way you move your legs, the way you walk, everything will be in a meditative state, provided that you have that awareness, right? Provided that you bring in that awareness intentionally. Sometimes if it needs to be, you need to bring in, okay, I'm going to be aware next 5 minutes, do it. Or maybe next 1 minute, start with 1 minute, slowly 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you lost, and again you bring it back. Have some kind of reminders. Okay, or maybe you walk with somebody else, and then talk to each other and have some kind of techniques. You invent yourself that, okay, next 3 minutes we are walking this way, awareness, with so much of awareness. So you can come up with so many things to develop this awareness.
So that
Okay.
means if you keep on doing the practice of meditation, after we become meditative, instead of doing, we
Yes.
become being meditative. Is it right?
Yes. Meditation is never a doing, actually. It's a being. Okay. Yeah.
We
But in the
become
beginning, in the beginning, it seems to be appearing as doing, but actually
Yes.
meditation is not doing. So it's a being. Okay. It's a being thing. So
that is
if you
living
see,
meditation.
yes, living meditation, like Patriji, right? So he
Yeah.
doesn't, when he was doing so many things, he didn't need any meditation, right? So after he got enlightened, every activity he was doing is in a meditative way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for clearing this. Thank you.
No, please, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, for having me. Really, it's a great learning for me today, and seeing that such a beautiful, wonderful souls, and connecting with Sampatan also on the platform is so happy. Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, and we're looking forward for another sessions.
For sure. Yeah, in the future. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
sir.
Good night, everyone.